Hello everyone, welcome back to the show here at Crypto Rosetta. Joe here. Thank you all for tuning in once again. It's great to be back on. Now it's US CPI day today. Headline inflation's just come in. It was expected to be year on year 3.3%. It came in at 3.2. So the market is just currently reacting accordingly. Pre-markets are currently up on that news at the moment. So we should see some low time frame green candles. Do I think the pump is going to continue? Well, I do think things are going to start to exhaust in certain markets soon. I'm going to show you on the charts why I think so. Now, if you're new here for the first time, hit that subscribe button, tap the bell, select all notifications, and welcome to the family. Thank you for joining us. And if anyone's out there watching and you enjoy the content, take a second to smash up that like now. It helps us get it out to everyone else. Thank you very much. Now, we are diving into the chart. So starting off with Bitcoin on the high time frame. Now, since the previous update, not a great deal has changed, but what has changed is we have set a new high on Bitcoin a few days ago. That is not shocking at all, and I wouldn't be surprised if even if we set another high now. I'm not saying I think that's going to happen. It just wouldn't be a problem with the Wyckoff distribution schematic that I am looking at in the bearish scenario still. The distribution invalidation range hasn't changed. However, if we go sideways for longer, this box will have to move up in green, and potentially we could see 40,000 if it takes more time, and we can still reject from there. But I'm going to kind of go with the high being in the minute. Initially, we thought maybe the high was in here, but it's now looking here at the moment. Either way, it's a higher bull trap potential retest once this key trend line was broken for me. Now, added the purple box onto the chart because again, as per the distribution schematic, we should see a bit of a choppy period before this breaks down. And it absolutely just break down straight away, head to that 31k retest area that I'm expecting. It could even be 32k. Yes, that's absolutely possible. But likewise, I'm kind of expecting a bit of chop here before we get down to that retest. Then we'll probably get a little bit of a bounce. Everybody thinking again that that was another buy the dip opportunity, just like people who bought a 25k thinking that was the buy the dip opportunity that have done well at the moment because they will be in profit. But if this plays out, really now is the time to be taking some profits. I would say especially on some altcoins that have gone on some absolute rips. Now, leave us a comment below if you disagree with that and you are hugely in profit on your altcoins at the minute and you are just hodling and believing we are in the bull market. I would love to get your opinion. But honestly, talking about the likes of Solana, you've also got Rune, you've had Render, many other coins, Chainlink have gone on fantastic rips. If you got on the lows, you may have done 2, 3, 4, 5, 6x, and well done to you. But I would, if I was in that situation, I would definitely, just be taking some profits off the table. None of this is financial advice. That's just what I'd be doing. A lot of people have asked me, why didn't I get in on some of these long trades when it was, easy money to be had in the last few weeks? And I do agree with that. I do think there was some, very low risk long trades to take, which was good time as we were seeing the billions of dollars being printed, especially at the Tether Treasury. I've deployed capital into other investments, so I wasn't able to, take part in those trades. So well done to anybody who got in on those. Now, heading back to the chart for a second. I want to take a look at Ethereum because a few guys have asked me to, take a look at Ethereum recently. Again, this is just my opinion, my time frame on in the bearish scenario. I still see $2,400 as a key area to capture for the bulls, and I would like to see consolidation on Ethereum before I consider the bottom being in. See this, as an area of resistance, sort of between about 2200 and about 1950. We've come into this area. Obviously, we came back in August last year. That was the ETH 2.0 hype. Got rejected. We came back again earlier on this year. Came out very briefly, back in, third touch, out, fourth rejection, down. Now, if this is just a triangular pattern, where I'm using the body of the candles here, ignoring these wicks to the downside, we've got a few touches here. Again, bouncing off key support if this is a triangle, but this would be a bearish pattern, guys, if it plays out. We've come into this now for the 5th time, and again, when you put these, squiggle ideas, as I like to call them, it doesn't mean that they're going to play out exactly like this. It's just, a potential. You're trying to guess a time frame. It's very hard to guess time frames on rejections and, when you're going to, lose key supports, etc. But I wouldn't be surprised if this went a bit sideways if it remains any proof of remaining bearish. Obviously, if we break to the upside here, yes, we can get rejected from anywhere between 22, 23, 2400 and still come back down. But again, the consolidation for me, yeah, then this is invalid. But I said I wouldn't be surprised if December's a bit of a boring month for crypto, similar to kind of how I'm expecting Bitcoin to chop before it enters phase D and E in the potential breakdown situation. So this could get boring for a couple of months going into 2024, and then that's kind of where I'd be hoping to see the rollover. I see 1750 as such a key price for ETH. You can see how much action it's had at this price range. And if this kind of timeline plays out, this would come back for that another touch on this triangle. But then if we once we break that, you'd be looking for the back test and then the rejection. So that's kind of how I'm still seeing ETH, as a potential bearish going into next year. And if if that plays out from the top, we'd just be looking at A all the way down to the low. This just being a B wave triangular pattern, and then we break down to new lows on Ethereum, and I would be looking at somewhere between $400 and $650 range. Now, that's the bearish scenario, of course. Obviously, we get consolidate, we are looking bullish. Now, where's there more hope of being bullish? Well, again, total crypto market cap, I did say I thought 1.35 trillion to, hold above was, going to give us a higher probability of a bull market. Now, we are currently above that. We're at 1.371 at time of recording. But when I'm talking about consolidation here, guys, I think it's key to understand that I'm talking about over many weeks. I'm not just talking a few hours or a couple of days here and there. That's not consolidation on these macro charts. Okay, so we'll be looking for significant weekly closes above this, and then again continuing to set a few more higher highs. Then we can consider that the bottom at least being in for the wider crypto market, which will be great news. But we are not there yet, in my opinion. Now, BTC dominance. This one's playing out beautifully. Last time out, obviously mentioned this. I told you, expect a pullback, and we're looking for a return to 52%, and we've hit that perfectly. Now, had this marked up at 52.17, kind of looking for a bounce, and we are around about there now. We literally dropped the low 52% exactly. So that's where we're kind of hovering around about 52% at the moment. Can we get a bit lower and potentially, stay in this parallel channel? Yes. And then I'm kind of looking, for a break up to 57. And whereas this current run has been bullish for Bitcoin, this is the area now where I'd be looking for that to kind of turn around and see dominance continue to climb with the price action of Bitcoin going down, and that is going to be major pain for these altcoins, and distribution is going to look like it's played out on these altcoins if that scenario plays out. Again, leave us a comment below if you think that's going to happen or if you don't think it's going to happen at all. Now, this will be invalid if we break out of this channel and come back down to around this 49, 48% area. If that breaks, then yeah, it's looking like fantastic again for the altcoins, and I'd probably expect this to be well and truly back in a bull market down here, but we are not there yet again. Okay, moving on to traditional finance. Looking at the SP 500, we did set high. Last update I mentioned that the Dow Jones had gone higher. We were still waiting for that on the Nasdaq and the S&P 500. We've now got those higher highs. But really, I could see just continue to climb here. But we've got the two touches from the the all-time high and then the lower high, the key lower high rather in the summer at the moment. And yeah, if we continue up, we're probably looking to get back to around about 45.4. This hasn't changed since the last update. And then we get above there, then we may be looking at something different. It's potential that we could be in a more bullish scenario where we've got 5 waves to the upside, being 1, 2, and maybe this is some kind of wave 4. But at the moment, I've kind of just got this as a 3 waves into the high in the summer, being a lower high and continuing to break down, looking for another wave down into 2024. Similar story with the Nasdaq. You could argue that the Nasdaq rather is looking a bit stronger. Again, still thinking that this could be the AI bubble crash. But there is an argument to say that this was a bit more of an impulsive move up. But again, you'd be looking for this to break out. Maybe this is a wave forward. Maybe this is going to break up to at least match the all-time high, which is up here at 16,765. Again, first target for the bulls, you've got to take out this summer high, which is around about 15,932. But rolling over here, lower low target, it's going to be a key area of 13,576. So this is a difficult read. This is one I'm glad I'm not trading at the moment. And there's a lot of stocks in this Nasdaq which are being very volatile. We're talking down 5%, up 5% here and there, acting like crypto coins. So fun times in the market, as you can see already. This has been very choppy over the last couple of weeks. So there's a hell of a battle going on here between bulls and bears. But I do think come Q1 2024, I think we'll have an idea of which way this is going to go. Now, Nvidia, this one's trying to make us look a little bit silly, but I'm not too shocked with what this is doing at the moment. Now, I did say that I thought that the top was in here around about $500, or if not, very close. I still think that is crazy overbought there, and a dangerous time to be buying into this stock, in my opinion. I think that it's got a lot of downside potential. Again, doesn't mean it doesn't go higher. Doesn't mean that it doesn't go up to $600 or something crazy like $700. Who knows, $1,000? But I do think in time, wherever it goes, it's going to come down. So we're still looking at this diamond reversal. This isn't outrageous that once we've broken the diamond, you get a bit of a trap here, and then you maybe can come, for a retest. Either I initially thought that maybe we'd get a back test to the edge of the triangle, which would have been around about $450. We've obviously gone higher. The market has just opened now at time of recording, and we are back just below $500. We've obviously gapped up a bit here. So could it be going up for a double top here and then a breakdown potential? Maybe we're going for a new high, but either way, guys, we've still got this huge gap here between around about 370 and 320, and I do think it is going to get filled in time. Again, leave us down below if you think I'm wrong on that. Again, one to be looking at. So Apple again's opened up 1% here. Like I said, a lot of these stocks are opening up. We're going higher in the pre-market off CPI news, and they're just opening up a little bit higher now. So we've got a higher high again, very similar to the S&P 500 chart. Obviously, this is the biggest stock amongst that, so playing out very similar. But I do think we are going to eventually still come back down to test this major trend line of support on Apple, which will come in around about $150, $160, depending on how long this is gonna take to play out. But if the trend line breaks, guys, this could get ugly really fast for these markets, so be aware of that. Okay, Tesla, this one still looks good. Not a lot of change on this. We are still chopping down. I think we've got this one beautifully, to be honest. Again, bad news tends to come out quite often on Tesla at the minute in terms of production and failed targets met. And I do think again that it was just one that just went up crazy with many other stocks, cryptos, etc. Just went up crazy in 2021. A lot of hype, a lot of FOMO. Elon Musk this, Elon Musk that, sent his wealth up to, crazy, crazy fortunes. But history tells us that even the richest people, over time on Earth, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, over the years, they've had extreme volatility in their wealth. So I'm not saying that I think Elon Musk's wealth's going to crash. I don't. I think he'll remain to be one of the richest people in the world. But the stocks that these guys are in, the companies that they're own. Once they go to all-time highs over time, they do have major corrections, and I believe that these stocks are in major corrections from the top in 2021. Tesla being no different. Okay, now another one we've absolutely nailed. Oil. This one's still looking really good. Again, I just think it was a free wave correction in the bear market. Good rally on oil, and I think we are heading to lower lows. I do not think oil is done in the bear market. I said we were looking for $77 next after our $93 target hit. We've hit that target now, so again playing out great. Looking for a bounce here. We actually dropped just a little bit further below. We got into around about 75 bucks. So yeah, we're looking for a bounce now on oil, and oil's up 1% on the day. So I wouldn't be surprised if oil, gets back up to maybe $80, maybe even $85. But eventually, I'm expecting that to roll over to head again lower, and their next stop should be the double bottom target of the bear market. Bear market low for oil is currently around about $63, 63.61. In fact, yeah, that's spot on. And yeah, once that breaks, we're heading for new bear market low targets on oil. Minimum expectation around about the 57.5, but I think this $40 to $45 range is more realistic in my opinion. Okay, gold. Still a tricky read. Would not be surprised if this one chops a bit sideways and gets boring. But either way, we had three waves up, we've got three waves down. Now the big question is still, um, this last three waves, was this just a B wave, and are we going higher to break new all-time highs for gold again, or are we going to hold the triple top rejection, the third top being in May this year, and is this a B wave up and then we come down? So this can still be bullish if this comes down to $1,900, but obviously it's going to be a tricky read because once we get down there, obviously we're heading down again. But I do think the bulls are going to probably want to hold around about this $1,900. But if that breaks, we're coming down to 1,800 in my opinion. But if that goes down there, we should be coming lower. This should triple top rejection should hold, and we should be at least looking for three waves down on a larger scale on gold, and probably targeting around about this 1720. That would still be more bullish on the macro. It was just a sort of more boring longer time frame correction on gold. But if that breaks, guys, then lower lows coming for gold, in my opinion, in bear market, and the bear market target, if this bearish scenario plays out, will be around about 1550, 1440 on gold. So not an easy read. Wouldn't be surprised if this one gets boring. Now, next video I do tomorrow, probably gonna have a look at some altcoins. Again, probably going to take a look at a whole host of altcoins. I do think that tops have been reached on some, maybe not so on others. I do think, again, it's just my general opinion that now, the last couple of days and now is probably a good time to take profits if you are in them. But if you do not want to take profits at all and you are just a long-term hodler who's continuing to DCA, I wish you best of luck. Love to hear from you. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you again.